Good evening, and welcome to the USTA Heart of America 2020 Annual Awards Induction and Hall of Fame Celebration. I'm Scott Hanover, and it's my pleasure to be your host this evening. It's been a crazy year, hasn't it? The pandemic has certainly affected our lives, but tennis has somehow survived. Whether it was a pause in play, a few less tournaments, maybe we didn't get to travel to league sectionals, but we still got to play an awful lot of tennis in safe and comfortable conditions with our socially distanced sport. We were very fortunate. And because of that, we're able to honor a lot of people this year that still kept the sport going in 2020, despite all of the pandemic challenges. It is my pleasure right now to turn it over to Deb Fabricius, your volunteer USTA Heart of America president. Deb, welcome to tonight's ceremony.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you again for your time you dedicate for our annual meeting each year. And while Scott is joining you from his home in Missouri, I am joining you here from my home in Lenexa, Kansas. And welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us for our first ever Heart of America Annual Hall of Fame and Awards virtual meeting. It is unfortunate that we all can't be there together celebrating a wonderful evening like this as we have in years past. But even in a pandemic, we are finding a way to be together. COVID-19 has definitely changed our tennis world, along with the whole world. But even though we have been forced to change our behaviors and adapt to new settings, we have still been able to find a way to be together and play tennis. Over the years, the Heart of America has given out hundreds of awards to tennis players, national teams, volunteers, facilities, and tournament events. We weren't about to let this year be any different. Just because of a pandemic, there were still people that deserved to be recognized and honored. To our Hall of Fame inductees, Susan True and Karen Boonag, you two are amazing. Thank you for all that you have given to this game, and thank you for your passion, dedication, as you both are so well deserving of this honor. I also want to congratulate each and every award winner tonight. All of you have still found a way to go above and beyond, even in the toughest of times we have known. You have made our district proud, and I can't thank you enough for what you do to grow the game of tennis. And to the few nationals that we did have with tri-level and world team tennis, congrats to our very own national champions right here in the Heart of America. This year, if you weren't aware, the USTA recouped $20 million in savings by reducing salaries, eliminating programs in marketing, player development, and deferred all non-essential capital projects. The USTA is set to commit more than $50 million in spending to support our tennis community over the next years. The plan is to provide relief to ensure the rebuild of our tennis system by giving grants to our facility owners, certified tennis professionals, and communities all over the United States. This is all about relief, recovery, and rebuild for our industry. And even though 2020 didn't have the full leagues, sectionals, nationals we all love and fight for every year, the Heart of America is also going to rebuild and recover. We will be positive and be strong and be together to keep our community strong. We will keep growing the game, we will keep our passion and dedication, and we will be together. Thank you again for tuning in tonight, and I will now turn it back over to you, Scott, to introduce all of our award winners and our Hall of Fame inductees.
Our first inductee into the 2020 USTA Heart of America Hall of Fame class is Karen Boonag. Karen was an accomplished player of the 1970s, winning both the 1976 Sugar Bowl and Easter Bowl Junior Championships, which are well-known national events. She was a regular winner on the Missouri Valley and Heart of America circuit as well. She also won many sportsmanship awards at all the different levels. She was definitely a contemporary of Tracy Austin and Andrea Yeagers and had many fun times with them on the road at different tournaments. Tracy was often her partner in crime for card games and other silliness and hijinks. In 1978, Karen went to meet Pancho Segura and was assessing the possibility of a future career on the pro circuit. Unfortunately, because of an injury at that hitting session, it was truly a fork in the road and a life-changing moment for her. Although Karen continued to play some successful tournaments in the area and eventually played at the University of Colorado, her really competitive tennis career was over and she began to focus on her family, which brought her great joy. Karen, we're so happy to induct you into the 2020 USTA Heart of America Hall of Fame class. Congratulations.
Thank the USTA Heart of America Tennis Association for this wonderful award that was given to me this year. Mr. Bregan, who was my former tennis coach, contacted me a few months ago and told me that he was going to nominate me for the Tennis Hall of Fame. And it was just a blessing in disguise because I got to reconnect with him after 45 plus years, and we got to reminisce about all our tennis tournaments and all the practices and all the people that worked with us during the years, and it was really quite fun. I want to thank so many people. Mr. Bregan, of course, is the one who orchestrated the whole process. He got all my matches together with different people from the Kansas City Racket Club, like Terry Miller and Bernie Hune and Marv Richmond and Wilbur Jones and Cliff Trenton and Bob Gershon and Ernie Bartlett, just to name a few. Without all of them, I would not have been able to achieve the things that I did. And of course, my family was instrumental in my tennis career. My brother, Royce, who I want to say is actually still ranked in the world in tennis, and I applaud him for that. He and my dad were the ones that got me interested in tennis at 9 years old. Always my biggest fans and always there to support me. And my mom, of course, did all the mom things, and she made sure I ate and got to bed on time, and she kept records really well so that I could build my resume for my college years, and she got all my tennis dresses made, and without all of them, I would not have been able to achieve what I did. And I really want to thank Mr. Bregan from the bottom of my heart. You know, when you get older, you realize what they did for you. You know, when I was 11, 12, 13 years old, and I would get up at 4:30 in the morning, and Mr. Bregan would meet me at the racket club to play before school, after school. He was there for all my tournaments. If it wasn't for him, I would not have been able to do any of this. And I wanted to show you a picture because you probably don't recognize me now, but this is me, and this is Mr. Bregan. Now it's kind of crazy. This was almost 42 years ago, and he still looks the same, and I obviously look a lot different. But I thank him. I thank his family for sharing his time with me. And I thank all of you for this wonderful honor and this wonderful award. Thank you very much.
Our second inductee into the USTA Heart of America Hall of Fame is Susan True. Whether her service was on the local, section, or national level, she dedicated endless hours to our organization. She was one of the original folks on the National Federation of High Schools to help create a partnership between high school tennis and USTA tennis. Susan also did many, many things behind the scenes that are less glamorous, serving on the Missouri Valley Board for over 10 years, being chair of different committees, working on evaluations, bylaws, and other task force, which helped move the organization forward. The best part of having Susan involved was that we also got to see Fred at many of these events, and together they were great partners in crime to help grow the game of tennis. Susan is a Distinguished Service Award winner on the Missouri Valley level and has won the USTA Missouri Valley President's Award. Susan, thank you so much for all your service to our organization, and we look forward to working with you for many years to come. Congratulations on your induction tonight.
I want to thank the USTA Heart of America Hall of Fame Committee for selecting me for this year's class. I was surprised and very honored for this. I have been welcomed by the tennis committee despite the fact that I'm a non-player. Had a very brief time as a tennis coach, but I have thoroughly enjoyed my 2 decades of work with tennis. There isn't time today to thank all the people I need to thank. So many of you will need to be thanked privately. But the first and most important person I need to thank is my high school sweetheart and life partner, Fred. He has supported every professional and volunteer decision I've made, and in all cases, if there was a way he could assist, he has. So we've done it together. So I thank you and I love you. The most important person in tennis probably is my friend Pam Sloan. In the year 2000, Pam was president of USTA Missouri Valley, and one of her vice presidents was moved out of the section by his job. She knew of my NGB experience, and so she called and asked if I would consider completing that term. And I jumped at the chance, and the executive committee welcomed me, despite the fact that I'm a non-player and a short-term coach. So I've had 2 decades of wonderful experiences volunteering. I need to thank also my mentor and my friend Scott Hanover. Scott taught me how to run a tournament desk. He helped when I was volunteer coordinator for Heart of America to recruit new volunteers to work our events. He's just been a good friend for 2 decades. With regard to staff, there are 4 people I want to mention. With the USTA Heart of America, Helen Elliott and Jody Gordon have been so very helpful in my time with tennis. And at the section level, we have the privilege of having our district in the same location as the Missouri Valley section office. So I want to thank Mary Bushman and Manon for all their help over these last 20 years. So in conclusion, thank you again for this tremendous honor, and I hope to continue to help with the tennis programs.
Appropriately, the Stephanie Waterman Junior Sportsmanship Award winner is Allie Turtledove. Allie gave countless hours beyond her scheduled community service hours to both Tennis Buddies and the Stephanie Waterman Foundation, truly making an individual difference with many of the kids in both of the programs. Allie, thank you for your time and dedication.
Hi, I just want to give a big thank you to Heart of America for this award. I'm so grateful for the lessons I've learned through off-court sportsmanship, and while I may not play as many tournaments as other players, I think it's just as important to get involved with helping this tennis community and giving back. And over the past year, I've had such an incredible opportunity to work closely with the Stephanie Waterman Foundation, where I help teach kids how to play and also give them life advice. Whether I'm giving an extra hour after clinic to one of the Stephanie Waterman girls or one of the boys is asking me how to make friends in high school, I've been able to form such amazing relationships with every single one of those kids. And then with Tennis Buddies, another program I've been so lucky to be involved with, where I get to teach special needs adults how to play tennis and get to know them and their unique personalities, and I've had such a fun time with them. And so I've absolutely loved getting to know everybody through all these different programs, and I'm so appreciative of tennis and Heart of America for kind of giving me this ability to give back to a sport I love so much. So again, thank you so much for this award. I really appreciate it.
The Stephanie Waterman Junior Sportsmanship Award winner for males is Sean Nguyen, who this year, along with his friends Mason Gates and Dylan Young, put on a fundraising tournament which ended up replicating the Missouri State High School Boys Tennis Championships, which was canceled in the spring due to COVID-19. Sean, thanks for your many efforts to get this event off the ground and your fundraising.
First, like to thank USTA Heart of America for giving me this award. To receive this award is much more valuable than receiving any trophy or medal from tournaments I've competed in. This award to me has meaning, and I think tennis is much more meaningful than a game of winning and losing. I think it is a game of life, and it has taught me so much. With me being in med school, it's been hard for me to play as often as I used to, and I would say that I miss the game so much. I think about it almost every day, and I would still say that tennis is a huge part of me. It means a lot to me to get this award for the second time. I'd also like to thank my parents for teaching me the way of sportsmanship in tennis and in everything in life as well. They always would tell me that sportsmanship comes first and the result of the match comes second. And they would always say, no matter if you win or lose, keep a smile on your face and praise your opponent. I'm really proud and grateful and appreciative in receiving this award. Thank you to all.
The Shauna Freschel Adult Sportsmanship Female Award winner is Andy Wolf. Andy is just awesome with her opponents, never throws a racket, cusses out loud, and calls all her shots on her side of the net very fairly. She's also the kind of competitor that is undoubtedly going to invite you out for drinks, win or lose, after the match. She's able to control her emotions 100%, and no matter how tired she's getting, she is still such a hustler on the court. Andy was a 2019 World Team Tennis National Qualifier and has an outstanding playing record at the 5-0 level. Andy, congratulations.
USTA, what you did for me, you changed my life. Truly, this means so much more to me this time, because it is the first time. I don't know why. I think the first time I hardly felt it, because it was all so new to me, because it was the first time. I owe a lot to the cast and to my players, to Jackie and Lori and Val and Di, to Fiona and Scotty and Brian and Travis and Jesse and Jeff and Ricky, and to my little friends, Jill and Kristen. I owe a lot to my family for holding me together and loving me and having patience with this obsession of mine. But I want to say thank you to you. I haven't had an orthodox career, nor an orthodox backhand volley. And I've wanted more than anything to have your respect. The first time, but this is the first time, I didn't feel it. And I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
The male Shauna Freschel Adult Sportsmanship Award winner is Dylan Geick. Dylan has a competitive spirit, but also a team-first attitude, and has a wonderful playing record at the 4-0 and 4-5 level this year in World Team Tennis, USTA leagues, and tri-level leagues. He's the first to be very enthusiastic on the court and really encourage his partners to play their best. Dylan, congratulations. The outstanding contributor to youth tennis is Amy Fangman. She's currently Director of Tennis Growth at Genesis and has done so much to grow her program in the last couple of years. She also does a lot of outreach in her neighborhoods and is involved with Special Olympics. Amy, thanks for all your time to tennis.
I want to thank HOA for giving me the Outstanding Youth Contributor Award. I do get to introduce tennis to hundreds of kids every year, and I think it could be one of the best jobs in the world. Growing up, I played all kinds of sports. I love all kinds of sports, but I did not get a chance to play tennis till I was an adult. And what I love most about tennis is it doesn't matter what age you learn to play at. It doesn't matter what level of your athleticism you have. You can be a part of a group. You can be a part of a team for the rest of your life. I love that these kids will grow up and be able to use tennis to meet other people, and they'll be able to stay active and healthy through tennis for the rest of their lives. I feel like each year is different, that something different in tennis gets thrown at me, and who would have thought this year it would be driveway tennis. I do have to thank my family and my nieces for helping me with the props and video, and I really need to thank my nephews, Will and Sean, who were in most of the videos doing most of the demonstrating the different games and things that we play. I also want to thank Mike Woody. A couple of years ago, he gave me the opportunity to have a bigger platform to introduce tennis to families and to kids in our community, and I truly do love the sport of tennis and think it is the best sport you could play.
Two people that helped totally grow the game in 2020 were Jody Holsinger and Kathy Lepp, our outstanding contributors to USTA League Tennis. Their involvement with tri-level sent the number of teams skyrocketing this year, and despite the pandemic, we had record numbers of play. We also had one team qualify for national at the women's level, and the men's team make the section championship finals. So ladies, thanks for all your hard work to make this league really grow during the pandemic season. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jody Holsinger, and I just wanted to thank Heart of America for this award, Outstanding Contributor to USTA League Tennis. This is my first year as a league co-coordinator, which was for tri-level men's and women's this past summer. And I'm so thankful to have Kathy Lepp here as my mentor and co-coordinator, show me the ropes and be so supportive and generous with her time, as I know she wears many other hats also. I also just want to say that playing USTA adult leagues has become such a positive part of my life, meeting so many new people and making such great lifelong friendships. It makes it easy to want to share this experience with others and grow HOA's tri-level league participation. It was such an easy task to undertake. With such growth in numbers in both men's and women's divisions, I hope to see that we continue this involvement and possibly even take on tri-level mixed doubles league next summer. What do you think, Kathy?
I think that's great. Jody and I started talking about this last winter, and our goal was to grow the league, and I think that that mission was accomplished. It was great working with Jody. I really enjoyed it. I also agree with her about playing in leagues and the friendships you make, and I'm glad we were able to make a little contribution to that this summer. Thanks again to Heart of America and to the awards committee for this award.
Thanks, you guys.
This year, USTA Heart of America has a new award called Above and Beyond for folks and facilities that went the extra mile during the pandemic. The first of those award winners is Overland Park Racket Club, who, along with the extra restrictions they put in place to make play as safe as possible, encouraged continuing education, regular staff meetings, and had Anthony Perkins involved with the actual nationwide Tennis United effort to get the game going again. Thanks so much, OPRC.
Hey, I'm really excited to be accepting this award for the Overland Park Racket Club. The Above and Beyond Award, I think, has a lot of meaning this year because of everything that we're going through with the virus. And I'm really excited that we've been recognized for the steps that we've taken and the protocols that we have to keep everybody playing here safe and make it through this time together and still getting to play the sport we love. So thank you very much for the award.
One of the most popular pros in town, another person who went above and beyond this year, is Thiago Santos, who definitely made all of the Genesis members and their guests feel extra positive and welcome about this 2020 season. With his COVID-19 tennis tips and other initiatives, they were able to create a fun environment in a time of uncertainty. Thiago, thanks so much for all of your efforts. Congratulations.
Hello, tennis friends from the USTA Heart of America. First of all, I want to thank for giving me the award, the Above and Beyond Award. I am very flattered to have been, first of all, nominated and also selected, one of the few people selected for such an award. Thank you very much. I am honored. Also, congratulations to everyone else that received the same award as myself. I also want to take a moment to congratulate everyone else, all the other award recipients. In one way or another, you've done something special and worth and deserving the recognition, so congratulations for that. Lastly, this surely has been a very challenging year for all of us tennis players, tennis clubs, and tennis professionals. But together we'll continue to weather this storm and continue to fight for the sport that we all love. So wishing all the tennis clubs and fellow tennis coaches out there in our district the best of luck. And once again, thank you, Heart of America, for going above and beyond for all of us. Thank you.
Much like Sean Nguyen on the Missouri side, on the Kansas side there was a hero too to help save the 2020 high school tennis tournaments. And this year Tracy Johnson and her committee with their tribute tournament definitely made the Kansas side players have a great experience as well. Tracy and team, thanks so much for all your efforts.
Hi, I'm Tracy Johnson. On behalf of Rod Zerny, Amy Fangman, Andy Gibbs, Genesis Health Clubs, and myself, I'd like to thank the USTA Heart of America District for this Over and Above Award. The award is being presented to us for the organization and operation of a summer tennis tournament titled the 2020 High School Senior Boys Tribute Tournament. As the title suggests, this event was organized after the greater Kansas City area high school boys tennis seasons was canceled due to COVID restrictions. We all wanted to give our senior boys an opportunity for closure on their high school tennis careers, so we came up with the idea of running a tennis tournament. The local tennis community was very supportive of the tournament, and they allowed us to recruit enough volunteers to provide a safe tournament under the new COVID procedures and policies. In moving forward, I think the long-term benefits to these players of this event will be that they will continue to cherish the friendships they made through tennis in high school and realize that tennis will bring them many, many more cherished friendships in the future. On a personal note, I recently had bilateral knee replacements, and I can tell you that I will never cease to be amazed by the large hearts and all the wonderful friends that I have made in tennis that have made my progress and my recovery from this surgery something a little bit easier to handle. Thank you all.
Another above and beyond winner is the USTA Heart of America Junior Council, led by volunteer chairperson Anthony Perkins and staff member Stacy Turtledove. Their group went the extra effort this year to make sure that we were able to play tennis as safely as possible. And with the tricky Kansas and Missouri side of things here in Heart of America, they wanted to make sure all of the players had a great return experience with the game of tennis. We want to thank all of the pros on this committee for their efforts. Congratulations.
I'm accepting this award for Above and Beyond for the Junior Council. I'd like to thank USTA Heart of America and the awards committee for this award. I'd also like to thank every member of my committee for their hard work getting junior tournaments started again. Chris Smith, Elliot McDermott, Ryan Fugger, Efren Mahika, Katie Miller, and Jared Ward were able to get tournaments back playing safely back in June. Last and not by no means least, I'd like to thank Stacy Turtledove for all her work with USTA Heart of America.
Our final Above and Beyond award winner is Pam Copeland. Pam does a lot of grassroots tennis efforts and during the pandemic offered private and semi-private lessons almost 7 days a week to keep her constituents spread out and to help all of their individual needs of coming back to tennis. Pam exercised a lot of extra diligence and made sure the experience was wonderful for everybody. Pam, thanks so much for your efforts this year.
I'm Pam Copeland from Copeland's Tennis, and I'm here accepting the award on behalf of the USTA Heart of America for the Above and Beyond Award. I feel so honored. That is so cool. I just am so thankful for the nomination by Jackie Gerke and one of my tennis students. It's been just a fun 15 years of teaching. I want to thank Coach Jackie, who comes all the way from Parkville down to Overland Park to help me with all these lessons. She is a rock star, and she's definitely a part of the success of my business, and so thank you, Jackie. And I also have Coach Jack. He's the newest coach I'm training. He's in training. And then I have Coach Isaac as well. He's a college player. Every day I get on the court with these kids, we have fun. It's all about having fun, and so I like to connect with them on a personal level as well. So it's been just a blast. I feel so fortunate that I can go out each and every day and run around the court with kids, adults, and get them feeling good about getting healthy, but also learning a lifetime sport. Thank you, USTA Heart of America, for this award, and let's keep playing tennis. See ya.
The USTA Heart of America Distinguished Service Award goes to Anthony Perkins. Anthony's a member of the Section Junior Competition Committee and has been the chairperson on a volunteer level for the last 4 years with Heart of America. He's worked tirelessly with the Missouri Valley office and the Heart of America folks and all of the pros to make sure that tennis was played as safely as possible this year, and fields many calls and questions from all kinds of parents, from new folks on the circuit to those most experienced. Anthony, thanks so much for all your time and effort the last several years. We appreciate you.
I'm extremely honored to accept this award for distinguished service to Heart of America. Firstly, I'd like to thank Helen Elliott, who for many years has helped out the district. And secondly, I'd like to thank the Heart of America Awards Committee and also my club owners, Eric Rand and Alec McDermott. Thank you.
Scott, thank you so much for announcing all of our award winners and Hall of Fame inductees. I also want to give a special thank you to Helen Elliott. I am entering into my second and final term as Heart of America president, and there would be no way I can do this without her, so thank you. And thank you to all the board members. You have given your time and efforts over the year and time away from your personal lives to give back to the game of tennis. We are now entering a new term with some new faces and a growing base of volunteers. Before we end the evening, we would like to send you off with a review of this year in pictures. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us tonight.
to make a special thank you to the other members of the USTA Heart of America Hall of Fame Committee that helped with the selection process this year. Thanks to Jim Mathis, John Bregan, and Terry Miller for your dedication and help for many years with this wonderful committee. In addition, thanks to Kim Hansen and Kathy Lepp and all of their committee on the awards selection process. This year was a especially difficult year to look through all the nominations. So thank you all so much for your efforts as well. On behalf of Deb Fabricius and everybody that's part of the USTA Heart of America board, we just want to again say thank you for attending tonight's awards induction and Hall of Fame celebration. Thanks, and we hope to see you in person in 2021. Good night.